go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Henry and Susan, and we are here on another Tuesday. So, today we are talking about giving away some.
Oh, we have some tools that we are giving away.
I was just about ready to say that
Yeah, but I
before you rudely cut me off.
No.
We are, hold on,
have-
we are giving away some tools. I'm going to let Susan explain it to you since she wants to sit here and explain it to you.
Yes.
So, take over.
So Henry posted videos on these two tools that we have that we're giving away in December. So the rules are, even if you're a subscriber, like the video on the YouTube channel, and in the comments say that you subscribe, you are a subscriber, or you subscribe to his channel. Those are the rules.
And then tell them where you're from.
Yeah, and then tell us where you're from. So
Exactly.
again, if you're on Instagram and you're telling us that you are a subscriber already for like a year, put that on our YouTube channel, that comment, and say that you have been subscribed since a year or 2 years or whatever.
So it doesn't matter at this point if you're a subscriber now, we're still going to honor that. And that's something that I don't care if you are a subscriber, you're going to go to that particular video and you're basically going to do exactly what Susan said.
Yeah,
the rules are right there.
So again, just to reiterate, no matter when you subscribe to Henry's channel, go to his YouTube channel, go to that video, like that video, then in the comments say that you are a subscriber, you have been a subscriber for however long, or you are a new subscriber, and tell us where you are from. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at 909-552-1381 if you are confused. But the rules are to follow in order to be eligible for
the drawing. Because we're giving away two tools that are valued around $500 a piece. Some are, so we want to give that out to the people who follow the rules, okay? So it's very simple. Whether you're a new subscriber or an old subscriber, go to that particular video and say exactly what we told you. I subscribed. I'm from Ireland, South Carolina, Australia, doesn't matter. And then like that particular video. Those are the two things that you have to do. Once you do that, you are entered into the drawing that we are going to be choosing December 24th. We made it for a nice Christmas present for somebody. And if I get enough subscribers in there, I'm going to be giving more stuff away. So I want to be able to get as many subscribers out there as I can. And if that works and that works for us, I'm going to be buying more of those tools, and we're going to give you that option to pick out the Wrangler, the wire mesh holder, or the Jetco cutter. And I'm telling you, that is a phenomenal tool. I'm using that in every single one of my videos now. And
so again, I'm going to tell you guys again, if you're on Instagram, do not tell us that you've been a subscriber for a year, 2 years. Go to the YouTube channel, his YouTube channel, and tell us that on his YouTube channel in the comments of that video, and like the video in order to be eligible for the drawing that's on December 24th.
You done?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you heard it from her. That's what you have to do. And once you do that, then you will qualify for the drawing. And we basically want everybody to be on the same page. That's it. We want everybody to follow that rule that we put in there, and we put it in the description. And if you read that description and you do exactly what that says, then you qualify. And that's it. That's it. Whether you are a past subscriber or a brand new subscriber, doesn't matter. If you do that, we are going to contact you. We are going to make sure that, we're going to call that out on December 24th. We're calling that out to see who the winner is live, and go from there. And if I have a lot of brand new subscribers coming in, we're going to give away more stuff. And I think that would be a great Christmas present for somebody who can't afford it.
We might be able to do it earlier in the morning, because a lot of you guys have a lot of stuff going on Christmas Eve. Remember that. Keep that in mind, because a lot of people are going to be out of town.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're not going to get it that day. So they may get it before.
No, for the drawing.
I get that. Yeah. So they don't have to be there. They don't have to be on. We're going to go out there and just make that announcement live on YouTube so everybody knows who won. And we'll post it out there, and then, we'll send them their stuff before New Year's, and they'll hopefully get their stuff before New Year's. So no, they don't have to be on. We all know that everybody has things to do. They're going to be with their families, what have you. We all know that. So that's not even
yeah, we're going to be with our families. So we got to keep that in mind too.
Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. That's why it's December 24th. And we haven't set a time when we're going to go live yet. That's way down the road.
Yeah.
So anyways.
If things happen, we'll let you know. If things change on a day, then we'll let you know.
We have been extremely busy booking a lot of calls right now. And so we're getting a lot of people to book for bird proofings and solar panel cleanings and so forth. So we're excited about that. Hopefully your business is picking up. We know that ours has been picking up quite a bit. We've been working every day. So we want to make sure that, you guys are out there doing the exact same thing. We just, we got a phone call just a few minutes ago, with people that are booking more and more appointments now. So we're happy to hear that other companies are out there getting the same thing and doing the same thing and what have you. So we did see a couple of kids today cleaning solar panels. So we did see them up on the roof as we were giving bids out for bird proofing. I went up on the roof, and they were right across the street. They were cleaning solar panels, and so they were staying busy, and they were kind of looking at us up on the roof and kind of seeing what we were doing. But they probably didn't have the experience of bird proofing or going out there and getting that particular job done, because it seemed like there was two of them went up there with a water fed pole. One was
the panels were a little bit dirty after they left.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job on it. I mean, they're kids. And so, yeah, they didn't really do a good job on it. I didn't see them taking pictures.
They did take pictures. I saw them.
Did they? Yeah, I didn't see that.
I saw them taking pictures, and I saw them cleaning. But after they left, we did notice that some of the panels were still dirty.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious. But, there's a certain way to clean solar panels, and when you're going side to side on some of these solar panels, it's not going to be a good thing when the results are done. You got to go straight up and down on some of these panels and make sure that the water and the dirt is all flowing downhill as opposed to side by side. And I can't tell people how to run their business or how to do their business, but we do see the results of it. And I'm sure that particular customer is going to take a look at their panels and say, hey, they're still dirty, and probably give them a call back. And because it was pretty noticeable from the road itself. But it is what it is. And these guys, hopefully they do a better job next time. So, but yeah, that was our thing today. Is put out quite a bit of videos.
So the weather is getting a lot warmer now. So people are starting to call.
Yeah.
More and more. So I don't know how it is for the rest of you, but I'm sure you're getting just as busy because the weather's changed and it's a lot warmer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it is getting warmer, and there's a lot more business coming in, and we are seeing that. But I don't want to talk about our business. I don't want to talk about what we're doing. I want to talk about what these guys are doing and how they're doing, and I want to talk about people that are just getting into the business. What are you guys thinking when you're getting into this business? And I had somebody give us a call yesterday. No, I'm sorry, today, and we were talking to them, and they were getting into the business, and then they were thinking about bringing in like 10 trucks to start the business. And you got to remember, guys, this is seasonal. I don't care what anybody says. You look at your bank account during the summertime, and you look at your bank account during the wintertime, and that will tell all. And the people that have been in this business will already tell you what this business is going to do. And you can't sit there and say that this business is going to be all year around and expect to get paid what you get paid during the summertime all year round, because it ain't going to happen. Not unless you got contracts. You got contracts, that's a whole different story. You got contracts, then you are contracting your stuff out to the contractors and some of these people out there that you're doing work all year round. So you're contracting for a year, 2 years, 3 years with certain companies, and you got to make sure that you stick, to those contracts. But when it comes down to residential, it's a whole different story. Residential. So, but yeah, I was pretty excited about putting out those videos today. So we did put out those videos, and then we're going to be putting a lot more out. And just want you guys to see what's out on the market, that what we're using and what we're, making our job a lot easier. So, let me see. Polly, been subscribed since 2020. Channel is great to learn the solar panel cleaning business from Tucson, Arizona. Polly, if don't forget to do exactly what we tell you to do on that particular video. Go out there, introduce yourself, hit the like button, smash that like button, and you'll qualify. You'll qualify for that.
Scherzer.
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 Who's Scherzer? Who is that?
Our buddy that's going to College Street.
Go ahead and read.
He says, "Hi, Susan and Henry, checking in from the rooftop here in Lake Havasu. I'm actually doing bird guard as you were doing this podcast, and I'm stopping off at College Street for some top secret stuff."
Man.
Scherzer, you're our best friend.
Man, I'm going to send you some more sunflower seeds so you can throw them on top of some of these roofs to get more bird proofings, like Rick used to tell me.
What's the weather like in Havasu right now? Is it hot?
It's hot. Yeah. I'm sure it's probably up there. I mean, Lake Havasu is like Palm Springs. It gets warm, starts to get hot, and I'm sure it's 20 degrees hotter than what it is over here. We hit the 80s today. which is very, very nice. I'm sure Lake Havasu was up there. Roman Sergeyev.
Sergeyev.
I think I said that right.
Where are you from, Roman?
Busy, busy, busy right now. Let us know where you're from, Roman. And hopefully you're a subscriber to our YouTube channel. For birdproofing jobs, 4 birdproofing jobs a day.
Wow.
It is currently 89 degrees here.
Oh, it's hot right now. It's 6 o'clock.
Roman from Sacramento. As a matter of fact, the other guy that called me today is starting a business in Sacramento. So you're going to have some competition up there, buddy. I've been with you since day one. Thank you for everything. We appreciate you. We appreciate every single one of you guys out there.
4 birdproofings a day, Sacramento.
Man, that's a lot. I don't know how you're doing 4 birdproofings a day unless you got help, but that's a lot of birdproofings to be messing around. Those pigeons must be quick for you to be out there doing 4 birdproofings a day. So, but that's a good thing. I got 3 crews. Okay, there you go. Well, that's the way to do it. I mean, if you got guys out there that can do it, keep them busy. Remember, it costs money to hire people, and it costs money to pay these people.
So he says he does the whole Northern California.
Nice. So you have a pretty big area
that you cover.
That you do cover.
Like what areas do you cover, Roman? Well, Northern California is pretty big. So
where was we have a couple of solar farms that we put in.
Oh, that's Rosewood.
Rosewood, yeah. We put in some
Slater or Slat.
Yeah, we put in over $1 million. I think it was 1.9.
Oh, he says Reading to Fresno.
Yeah, 1.9 million solar panels we put in bids for. The company contacted us, and we just put in the bid for them. So we're hoping to get that up in Rosemont.
Oh, Rosemont.
Rosemont.
And then what was the other one? Started with the S.
Slater or something like that.
Something.
Yeah, I can't remember. Commercial is starting up also. Yeah. Yeah, they are, because they're calling us here in Southern California to go work in Northern California. So it definitely is picking up. So we just put in for 1.9 million solar panels to clean up in Northern California. So hopefully we put in a good bid. And if we put in the good bid, hopefully they give us a call back and say, let's get started. So we're hoping for that.
Sorry, guys, I'm booking another customer right now as we speak because they messaged me. So multitask.
You're busy. What do you? What? So okay. Let me. Show. No. You're not gonna. They're not gonna see that. She is actually using House Call Pro, and she puts that on her phone, and she books directly on the phone itself. So as you can see right here, we have the House Call Pro cert, and so we use House Call Pro quite a bit, and so we book a lot of jobs, and the customers, they get the alerts right away.
I do a lot on the phone with House Call Pro because it's so accessible. I send reminders to them, not through House Call Pro, but I send reminders to them by text, and I get responses back. But it's easy to do it on the phone when you have the app. So it's so you always have your phone with you, so you can book wherever you're at. If they call you, you can book it right there and then, which is what I like about this app.
Yeah, the nice thing about House Call Pro too is you can text pictures, you can text all the information if you want.
You can email
and email at the same. Yeah,
send them a text message through House Call Pro, which is pretty convenient. Sometimes some people look at their House Call Pro text message, but
some people use Jobber. They use different programs out there. We like House Call Pro because it just customer service has been always great for us. If we ever have any problems or we have anything, then
Is Java the same thing?
Java is almost similar to House Call Pro. It's just a different program, and so you know, um, yeah. Bogar Avalos. Hi, Henry. Hello, hello, hello. For those of you guys that are just coming in late, remember to qualify for the two tools that I have for bird proofing.
Rules. Rule number one.
We got to follow the rules for one. But if you are on our YouTube channel, just go to that particular video, and then in the description it tells you exactly what to do. And even if you're old subscribers or brand new subscribers, you all are going to qualify for the drawing. So
if you tell us on the YouTube channel, that
if you follow the rules exactly the way they are in the description. If you say, for example, you go out and you subscribe to the YouTube channel, but you don't like that, you do not like that video, you don't qualify. And so we want to make sure everybody knows that there's three things that you got to do. Three things. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, and then also in the comment section, tell us you subscribe and where you're from. I don't care if you put your name in there and say, I'm from Fresno, I'm from Sacramento. Yeah. Just do that. And if you do that, and we go out there and we pull all these people that have followed the rules, we're going to pull that in December. And then before you know it, you may win.
But again, even if you are already a subscriber, because Henry said, if you subscribe to the channel, let us know in the comments. If you are already a subscriber for so many months, years, just tell us on the comments on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You are already a subscriber since a year ago, or
just let us know, and that way we at least we know. And hey,
we want to make sure that you have a chance to be eligible for the drawing, so you don't want to miss out on getting these one of the tools that we have that we're giving away.
Yeah, and we want them, and we want to be able to give that away to as many people as we can give it out to. Or if you cannot wait till December and you want to buy that tool, just scroll down in the description, and there's a link there where you guys can actually buy the tool if you want. It's totally up to you. We're just giving it out to our subscribers for free. We want to do that. It's $400 to $500 for these tools. So some people can't afford that right now, whatever, but at least you have that option, and you'll be able to go out and then just put yourself down. You know exactly what we told you to do in the video. And if you do that, then you automatically are in the drawing. It is so easy. There's nothing else that you need to do. Global Solar Panel Cleaning. Hi, Henry. He also says, I like the new tool you are using for bird proofing.
Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the wire, the mesh?
The mesh dispenser?
Or the cutter?
The Wrangler? Or the Jetco cutter. And that thing cuts like butter. He said, yes. I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't know if it was a Jetco or if it was the Wrangler mesh dispenser from Slick Tools. So.
Oh, he was talking about the.
I didn't see the cutter talking about the dispenser.
He's talking about the dispenser.
Oh, okay.
That he likes.
Well,
the cutter is on his video on his YouTube channel right now, so you could take a look at it.
I just did the video maybe 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago, we did a video here on YouTube, Instagram, and on TikTok about the cutter, and we show you how easy that thing cuts. So take a look at it. It's here on my YouTube channel. It's under the short. So if you go under my shorts videos, you'll see it there. I think it's 16 seconds or something. I don't know what it is, but I cut the hell out of that mesh, and it's awesome. And you literally can use that cutter and do Spanish style and create your own Spanish style just with a template with that cutter. It's amazing. And when I say it cuts like butter, I just press the button and I just guide it. And guess what? I'm making Spanish style mesh out there. You don't need to buy that stuff anymore if you bought that tool. Guarantee it. Because that thing is nice. And so.
But needless to say, what's been going on with you guys as far as, because we've talked enough about the tools. So enough about that. Let's talk about everyone else out there. That how is business going right now for everyone? Has it, did you update a lot of your equipment? Did you check everything? Make sure you're ready for summer season, right? Because it's important to check the equipment that they have.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you want to make sure that your equipment's being ready. Going out there, changing the oil in your engine and your pumps, making sure you're doing all that so you're ready. Putting in brand new tires if you need them for your vehicle, making sure that it's ready to go and
make sure your brushes are working properly.
Brushes are working great and what have you. Ours is working phenomenal since we cleaned them a couple months ago, and it's still working great.
Now, do they? If you stop using them for so many months or whatever the case may be, do they kind of, not work properly once you restart them again, or as far as like the gears and everything, do they start?
No. I mean, they should be working fine. There are guys out there using the C1000 with hard water, and those are the ones that are going to have a problem. I don't care if it is a C1000 or a Racenstein brush. Those things will get corroded if you're using hard water and you're not cleaning them out.
So do they get rusted?
No, they get calcium buildup. So the calcium buildup will build up inside the motor itself and will cause problems. You don't want that. You don't ever want to use hard water going through those brushes if you don't have to. There are guys that are doing solar farms out there that are using hard water, and they're not finalizing the rinse with deionized water, and it could create problems. And that's with anything. That's going through your hose, that's going through your pump, going through your brush. So it could be a lot of damage if you don't go out there and properly maintain your equipment. Okay. Global Solar says, I need to get some
robot. I need to get a second robot, or
I can't read that.
I can't read that.
A solar panel cleaning robot. What do you recommend? I mean, there's a lot of robots out there that are being used. It just depends what you're using them for. If you're going to use them for solar farms, you're going to use them for rooftops, you're going to use them for carports. There's a lot of robots now that are out there, and there's cheaper robots out there now from China, and I see guys buying those, the big yellow ones, and guys are selling some of those too, so I don't know if it's something that they thought that was going to work out great, or just, I don't know. And there's guys out there that are using them right now that are just, happy with them. So I can't really tell you what I recommend, because some of these robots are going to cost you $30,000 to $40,000, and some of these robots are going to cost you 10 grand, 20 grand. And then there's some as low as 6,000 that you can buy from China. So I don't want to tell you how to spend your money because it's your money.
Do your homework.
Do your homework.
Right? Do your homework on
Yeah.
robot and ask a lot of questions when you talk to somebody and see if you can set up a demo, because you don't really seeing it on a video and actually seeing it work in person can either work for you or doesn't work for you.
Yeah. There are guys that have robots now that will do demos for you. If you just call them and ask them, they'll do a demo for you and you can kind of see how that's going to work, especially with the robot. Because a robot, you're spending $20 to $30 to $40,000 for these robots. So they're not cheap.
And the batteries are not cheap either.
No, the batteries, like the ones that I had, the batteries were $900 each. And they lasted all about an hour and a half, you know. And so, you know, you got to buy at least 4 to 8 of them for a whole day to keep you busy. And that can cost you a lot of money, $4,000 right out the door.
So it's a big investment. So just do your homework.
Yeah.
It's very, very important because we've experienced stuff like that, and, you know, see it in person. It just didn't work out. So you just got to make sure that it's going to work out for you for whatever job you're going to use it for. And like you said, the batteries, you want to make sure the price is right as far as batteries and the time frame that you're going to use on a job site.
Yeah, I mean, it's your bless you. It's your business, so you know, we can only try to help you, but as far as, I don't like to go out there and recommend something
if it doesn't work out,
if I'm not using it. So robots, I can contract that work out, and it's just easier for me to do that as opposed to owning one now, because I realize, you know, it's very expensive after a while. So, but yeah, good information, guys. Great. And I'm glad that you guys came on today to watch this video. And if you have any questions, now's the time to ask. We are getting into the busy season. We're not in the busy season yet. Okay. It's just starting. So if you're busy right now, then can you imagine how busy you're going to be in summertime when it gets 100 degrees outside and the sun's out? Because that's when everybody calls you and says, I need my solar panels clean. Or I need bird proofing. And everybody wants it right now. I want to talk prices, because there are people out here that are undercutting the industry, and they're ruining the industry by going out there and charging way below industry standards. You know, I went out there and I did some research, and I found an article about what people should be charging for solar panel cleaning. And it's not even close to some of the people here in LA of what they're charging. They're charging so low that they are ruining this industry. They're ruining it because they'll be busy during the summertime, but when it comes down to wintertime, they're gone and they're out. They use the cheapest equipment. They scratch the glass with a lot of the stuff that they have. And then they turn around and charge $50 to clean 60 panels. You know, we charge a certain amount on a 2-story house, and we actually got undercut by over $100 for solar panel cleaning. Remember that one? Yesterday, as a matter of fact.
I got the call. Yeah.
Well, go ahead, explain that call.
Well, I got the call from a lady and, asking her, what we asked her. And um, I gave her the price, and she said, "Oh, okay. I'll think about it." And so I said, "Well, okay. So what kind of price are you looking for?" And she said what she said, and we're like, "Oh no, we can't go that low,
Mm-mm.
unfortunately. And this is what we charge." And she said, "Okay, well, thank you." And you know, she ended up going with somebody, like Henry said, $100 less than what we charge.
I'm going to tell you, if I'm not making $2,000 a day, it's a bad day. Okay. If I'm not making $2,000 a day doing what I'm doing right now, it's not a good day for me. Um, that's my goal. That's our goal. That's what we try to achieve. We try to achieve $2,000 a day, whether it's bird proofing, solar panel cleaning, putting them, mixing them together, window cleaning, security cleaning. We don't do gutters. So,
Window cleaning for commercial.
for commercial. Yeah, let me rephrase that. We get a lot more money in commercial than we do residential, and spend a lot less time um, there. So, and that's what you got to kind of account for, guys. You have to account for how much time are you going to spend on a job that is going to be worth your while. I could do one job and cover that $2,000 if I was to go out there and do a lot of stuff, bird proofing, solar panel cleaning, um, spikes, bird spikes, certain other things that we do. Um, we can charge the customer and be satisfied with the work, and the customer is satisfied because they no longer have pigeons. And and again, if I go out there I didn't make 2,000 for that day, for me, it's not a good day. We have hundreds of people that are competitors. Their phones aren't ringing. I can tell you that right now, because we don't see new reviews. We don't see new reviews on their accounts. We don't see any of that. And we keep track of every single one of our competitors. And there's competitors out here that will say, we got lots of reviews, and they're busy and they're staying busy, which is great. We're not against any other solar panel cleaner out there. Actually, as a matter of fact, we try to work with them. Um, and there are haters out there, and there's going to be haters out there. We know that. I know that. I get the phone calls. I get the bullshit that comes through, and you know what? Look, and I always tell them, look, if you guys don't like what you're hearing, get off my channel, because I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. Rick and I did this when we first started, and then he's gone, and we got Susan here. She's a little bit more lenient.
Not lenient.
She, I don't know. She doesn't like to talk negative about anything or what have you, and I think it gets to her when I tell people the truth of, like, especially this is a seasonal business, and people backlash me for saying that because they're sitting there going, well, it's not a seasonal business because you can do bird proofing, you can do gutter cleaning, you can do Christmas lights, you can do this and you can do that, and blah, 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 blah. No, people, those are add ons. Those are not solar panel cleaning. My business is solar panel cleaning. And this is what I'm basing my bank account on. My bank account is based on my service for bird proofing, solar panel cleaning, window commercial cleaning. Those are the three things that keep this business afloat during the winter time. And if I can do $30,000-$40,000 a month in this business during the summertime, I can keep afloat during the wintertime. And that's exactly what we do, because come summertime, as it gets hotter, guess what? We are a week behind. We are 2 weeks behind. And we got to turn down customers because we can't fit them in the schedule, working 7 days a week. 7 days a week, every single day during the summer. And it's going to happen. You're going to be out there and you're going to be working in 110-degree weather, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, all the way through 5 o'clock.
Now, with the weather getting warmer for everyone out there, especially in Arizona and the areas that get really, really super hot, how do you prepare yourself for the heat? As far as you're going to be working up on the roof and it's like 10, 15 degrees hotter.
I know how.
Well, I'm asking them.
But I know how. I know how you keep afloat. You charge more. If you're up there in 110-degree weather, your customer is in an air-conditioned home, aren't you going to charge more for being up there doing bird proofing in 115-degree weather?
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about money.
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about how you just got done talking about how you stay afloat.
Well, no, I'm not talking about afloat. What I'm talking about is how do you prepare yourself with the heat when you're on the roof? What type of safety things do you do to prepare yourself for being up on the roof for so many hours? Like, what do you buy, better gloves, or what kind of things do you buy to help
you? Do you buy an igloo, a 5-gallon igloo, a 3.5-gallon igloo, drink lots of fluid when you're up there? One of the things that I do when it's really, really hot is I will wet down the tile. I'll wet down all the tile to cool it down. And if I'm working bird proofing, I'm always making sure that the tile is completely soaked and wet. And that will cool down your roof 20 degrees. Very easy at 110-degree weather. And if you got a towel around your neck, that's wet. You got a towel on top of your head. A hat, that's wet.
Oh, and make sure you wear gloves when you're working the pole, because the pole gets really hot.
What pole?
The pole for the brush.
Oh, yeah.
It gets hot, so make sure.
No, I mean, everything is going to get hot up there unless you cool it down. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why these guys out here that are charging $50 to clean 60 panels, they ain't going to last. There's no way. They're going to be out there for 2 hours cleaning solar panels because they don't have the right equipment. It's 110 degrees. And you know what they're going to say? Screw this. I can't do this anymore. I got heat exhaustion. I didn't realize.
That does happen.
Yeah.
So.
And that's where the bigger and better equipment comes in. Okay. The Solitech brushes. Like those guys I saw today, they were up there for how long? How long were they up there for today?
I'd say for about half an hour.
A half an hour, which I could have done that job in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I could have had that job done with the Solitech C1000, cleaning that, and had one person up on the roof instead of two, which I applaud them because they were both kids. They were both watching out for each other. They were both moving around.
The one guy, he was making sure the hose didn't get caught, and then
the little skinny round. What was it? It was the WCR hose for the.
I think it was yellow.
It was a water-fed pole.
Yeah,
it was a little water-fed pole that they were using,
But they were being safe. They had two people out there. One was working the brush. One was making sure the hose wasn't getting stuck.
The hose wasn't getting caught. Yeah. They were watching us as we were up on the roof and giving out bird proofing estimates and saying, here you go.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, today we ended up getting bird proofing for this house over here, and then the house behind them. We got him, and we're doing them both at the same time. So
one after the other. So once one is finished, we're going to work on the other house.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what I mean. The same day. Sorry,
Same day. Yeah.
same day. Not the same time. Because we're gonna bust that out, get it done. And there was five pigeons underneath,
And that's
5 nests underneath, and about 15 pigeons underneath one of them. So when I got there, I gave them a quote, and I increased the quote. I bumped it up another $500 just to get the pigeons out and get all the see. And this is what customers won't tell you. They won't tell you that they got 15 nests because they don't know.
because they can't see.
They can't see it. So what I have to do is I got to go out there. I got to take the pictures. I take the pictures. I show them what's underneath and saying, I got to lift these panels. I got to get these out. I got to clean underneath. I got to do this. I got to do this, and this. It is no longer this price. It is this price. And you add a couple $100 more, $300-$400 more, and some will say no, and some will go out there and say, you know what, let's get it done. And these guys obviously have the money. They didn't flinch, and it was a good day. It's going to be a good day because we booked 2 of them instead of 1. So we doubled the price.
So some of them we have to really explain the importance of why we charge what we charge for bird proofing.
Why do we charge what we charge for bird proofing? Why do we do that?
Because, it's a lot of time and labor that you're going up there on the roof. And that's what we try to educate the customers, that it's not just a matter of going up on the ladder, going up on the roof, and then doing the work. There's a lot more to it than that they don't see or understand. So we kind of have to go the extra step and do a little more explaining as to why we do the things we do in order to get the job done. And that's what a lot of people are surprised at. Oh, you got to lift the panels. Sometimes you have to because, pressure washing is just not going to get rid of it.
And we're not using cheap material. We're using the best material out there on the market and stuff. I'm going to tell you a story. And this story is going to kind of explain my mentality, my thinking, how I think, and what have you. There was a cruise ship that broke down in the middle of the ocean, completely dead in the water. So they hired a mechanic who came out, and the mechanic said, yes, I can fix this for you. They've been dead in the water for 4 days. So the pilot said, I don't care what it takes, get it fixed. We need to get this going. So he had his wrench, and he went ahead and he tapped on a certain location on the engine, and he asked the pilot to go ahead and start, or captain, to go ahead and start the engines. The engine started. So we sent him a bill for $20,000 for 5 minutes of work. And the pilot says, no, we're not paying that. We're not going to pay this, okay? And so he took him to court. So the judge said, sir, why are you charging these people $20,000 for 5 minutes of work? He says, Your Honor, you're paying for experience. Every other mechanic didn't know where to go to get this fixed. I did. So when I billed the company as the wrench was $5 and the experience was $19,995. And the judge says, granted, you won the case. And he won the case because you cannot replace experience. And if you have experience, you can charge what you are worth. So, to make a long story short, he told the judge, Your Honor, when I got done with the work, they were on their way. They were floating in the sea. Isn't my experience worth something? And that's exactly what the judge said. You're absolutely right. You cannot replace experience. And so that story has always stuck with me, always. And this is my mentality. My mentality is I know what I'm doing out there. There's a lot of people that don't. I charge a lot more money than some of these other people out here. But you are paying for what I'm worth. So I won't stoop to the level of these guys charging $50 per panel. You let those other guys do it. And if they scratch your glass and a year later you figured out that, hey, why are my solar panels not working? Because I got burnt cells or I got this or I got that. Well, this guy over here used the wrong equipment. He didn't use the right equipment. So therefore, he scratched your glass. He destroyed your cells. He created hot spots. A lot of people don't even know what hot spots are. And so
I didn't know what hot spots were until I
right.
started working with him.
So to just to clarify everything, you charge what you're worth. And if you charge what you're worth and you treat this business like a business instead of a hobby, that will pay you out like a business.
And don't be discouraged if
that's the end of my story, by the way.
Don't be discouraged if you don't get that one particular job because you were undercut. You'll make it up on another job that somebody might say, okay, I want it done. So, just keep that in mind. Keep thinking positive. Don't let yourself be put down. Just charge what you're worth. And just do the best you can in educating the customer why it's important for you to do the work on their bird proofing or their solar panel cleaning. Just really explain to them, and then eventually they will start to realize, okay, you know what, you're right. I really need to get this done.
I had a person tell me that I got paid more than a doctor. And I said, you're absolutely right. I do get paid more than a doctor, and I don't go out there and have 4 years of college experience being a doctor. It's what you know and it's what you do. And I literally cleaned his panels in less than 10 minutes, and there was 45 panels. Mm-hmm. And when he had to pay for it and he got my bill, here you go. And he was like, wow, you charge more than a doctor. And I was like, thank you. I said, you're paying for experience. You do know that.
Well, we're not talking bad about doctors.
We're not that. No. We're not talking bad about doctors. But my point is that, we charge what we're worth. And I explained to him, I said, do me a favor. At the end of the day, text me your readings on your app and tell me if you got an improvement on your solar panels. It didn't even take the end of the day for him to text us back and saying, my solar panels have improved dramatically after your cleaning. It's you using the right equipment. You going out there, and I use the right equipment where I'm going out there and it's taking me 5 minutes or 10 minutes, as opposed to somebody else may take them an hour or hour and a half. So if you have the right equipment and you know what you're doing, it just makes your job a lot easier. It's no different, guys, than me bringing and introducing you guys to the brand new tools that I'm using. Today's video showed you these tools. They're awesome tools to make your job easier.
Has anybody experienced, being undercut? And how did you handle that? Did you end up getting the job? Or did you end up not getting it, unfortunately?
Undercut? You mean like price-wise?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Carlos Hernandez, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, well, global. We skipped global. We have
Well,
a
I was
couple.
referring to Carlos Hernandez. Said, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm a cleaner based out of Las Vegas. Global solar panel cleaning says all day. Educating the customer is key. Absolutely.
Global asked, we have a couple of accounts with big solar arrays where our pole doesn't reach the middle.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he's looking for a robot.
Yeah. I mean, it's all good. I would look at if you're just trying to do something like that, look at I don't know. Just I don't know I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, but look at something that is going to be affordable for you, and plan on putting that robot away until you start using them for bigger um, arrays. And you have arrays out there that you can use the robot on that is maybe 16 deep, 17 deep, and use that all day long
Oh, no,
on carports, I should say.
it's also, if you're doing solar farms, it's also important um, to make sure you ask the questions if the robot can handle that pitch, right, on the solar panels.
Yeah. When you're looking for a robot, you want to look for the good robots out there, but you're going to be spending $30,000, $40,000 for these robots. Now, keep in mind, the smaller the robot you get, the more times you're going to have to go back and forth. So the battery usage on that is going to be draining out fairly quickly. Now, if you're getting the bigger robots that cover more area, then you might want to look at something like that to take care of the middle of the arrays and get that done to
Make sure your robot doesn't slip.
Right. Yeah. There's good robots out there that don't do that. And there's some robots that will, if the pitch is too high, it's kind of useless. And you don't want a $20,000 robot to be falling off a carport, or a $30,000 or $40,000 robot. So, yeah, just pay attention. Watch lots of videos. Um, so, cheaper guys use 4-inch netting on an S-tile roof. Carlos, with the new tool that I have today, I literally can go and get a 8-inch roll, cut it right down the middle with my tool, and literally cut that thing in a matter of seconds and make two 4-inch pieces. Now, you have to remember, if you're working on bird proofing, you want to have a degree of angle when you are putting your bird proofing material um, on your solar panel. So if I have an 8-inch and it's too big for it, I will basically bow it in the middle to where it kind of goes like this and out. So as the pigeon comes in, he's trying to get in, it's pushing up against it, and it's not going anywhere. So if you have it straight up like this, they kind of use it as a door, just a bing, go right through if it's straight up like this. So you want it in an angle if you can, and where the pigeon tries to get through, it's not going to get through. So sometimes bigger mesh, like 6-inch or 8-inch mesh, is really good for stuff like that. And you'll never have to go back to that customer. And the guys that are going out there and they're using the 4-inch, look, you only use the 4-inch if you have solar panels that are literally 2 inches off the roof. Then you want to use that 4-inch. There are some out there, but I hardly use.
It's rare that I think we've only used it maybe once.
And that's how I had to cut it out.
Yeah.
And I actually had to cut it out with some snips, and it took me forever.
Yeah.
So when I got this tool, oh my God.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of what you're working on, and make sure you charge what you're worth, even when it's getting hotter.
I got so excited when I got these tools, I'm giving them away.
Yeah.
I'm giving away brand new tools to my subscribers because I just feel like we need to give back to some of you people out there that have supported us for a long time. So, you know, and that's exactly why I made these videos of us giving brand new tools out to our subscribers.
Global solar panel cleaning. Okay. What do you do when you have to bird proof above a cheap, was it panel cover on a 2-story home? Can't read that word right there. The panel.
On a cheap panel cover. Are you talking about the skirts?
Oh, cheap patio cover.
Oh, cheap patio cover. You literally there are some situations where you're going to have to, well, I strap down, I have my safety harness, I tie down to the top of the roof, and I always have somebody out there watching.
He's basically like this at an angle. So here's the bottom of the panels, and he's upside down.
We had a situation where our ladder did not reach the top of the panel of the panels on a 2-story house because it was 35 feet, and mine is 32 feet. So what I did was I have a blanket that I actually use, and I put these blankets on top of the panel itself, and I lay flat on the panel itself. I'm not very heavy, you know, I'm a pretty thin guy. So I like to pretty much stay on the frames when I do that. And it helps me out a lot. And I will actually work upside down doing some of these edges. I don't recommend it. That's not something that I recommend. But sometimes you don't have a choice, and you got to get it done
because the patio's right
because
there.
The patio is not going to hold
the
you.
Aluminum cover.
This cheaper patio, and I think that's what you're talking about. But I've been doing this business for so long that, you know, Rick and I, we used to do it all the time. I never had him on the panel, but I would be on the panel. And then after that, we go out there and clean the panels, and we were good, and we get them done.
I used 4-inch netting when on the edge of the house, but I asked the customer to remove it before I start the job. What are you asking them to remove, Carlos? Can you
elaborate on that?
On that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're saying, but so guys, I mean, there are ways and there are things that you can do to, you know, get to these panels. I don't work on roofs that have a very steep pitch like this. And I think I worked on one. Scared the hell out of Susan.
It was scary. I was literally scared for him because the pitch, I didn't know how steep the pitch was. And it basically, he had to crawl up to the roof with his hands and knees to get to the what do you call it?
The top of the roof. Yeah,
the peak of the roof.
Yeah.
And he had to literally sit on the peak. He couldn't stand. You couldn't stand because you would fall. He had to sit on his behind and do this back and forth with the brush.
From the top to the bottom.
From the top to the bottom. And it was the scariest thing to watch him do that. I was like, hurry up and get this done because it's really making me nervous. And coming down was a little difficult because
it was difficult for you to watch.
It was difficult for me to watch. And I am sure it was very difficult for him to get down because you have to be very, very careful.
Because if you slip and you're going straight down and there's nothing holding you back or what have you. So this, my friend, is where experience comes in. Okay. This is where I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. I go out there, I get it done because I've done it before. And there's pitch hoppers out there. There's lots of things out there that you can use for steep roofs. Do we have steep roofs here in Southern California? Slim to none.
Yeah,
But there are some
there's
out
some.
there.
Not too many though.
I think the ones that are going to get you every single time are the ones that have moss on them, that are growing algae and moss on top of the roof. And if you don't know what you're doing, you don't have the right shoes, you're not experienced.
You'll
Yeah,
slip.
you're gonna slip, you're gonna fall, there's a lot of things that can happen, and it's not gonna be.
Oh.
Carlos said cheap patio cover.
He asked them to remove it.
Yeah, I mean, people may not even do that. And if you can get on top of the panel and do it the way I did it, and if it's safe, I've worked on some where the pitch is like this, and then some where the pitch is like this. But I'm always wearing a harness and making sure that I have a harness just in case anything has happened, because you never know. There are things that I do that I'm really paying attention to. And I'm never on the phone, never distracted, never on that when I'm doing solar panels, bird proofing, and especially on the edge, because if you're looking down and over and under, and getting the clip in, you can see that you can fall 35 feet if you're not protected. And this is why I don't like to recommend this to anybody. But I've been doing this for 28 years, climbing roofs, climbing poles, climbing a lot of stuff, to where I'm experienced. And there's guys out here that are brand new, and I don't take my advice when it comes to that.
Just be careful out there when you're doing the edges. Really make sure you're aware of your surroundings and make sure you're wearing the right shoes, and just be careful.
What's up there, G. Pritt Singh? Hi, guys. Any OSHA requirements for being on the roof? Nope. Let me tell you something. How many roofers do you know have certifications? Roofers. The guys that go out there and have certifications to go put a roof together. You will find very little people have any type of certification for working on roofs. Now, solar panel installers are required to have a license to install solar panels. Solar panel cleaners is under the category of janitorial. So therefore, we are not required to have any license whatsoever. No state license, none of that. And this is what I talk about with this industry being, it's not regulated, right? Nobody is out there, going out there and finding us for this or finding us for that. OSHA only gets involved if somebody dies, some bad accident, or something. OSHA is going to be there. Now, because this industry is not regulated, and I was just talking about this yesterday. I was talking about this, and I was like, this industry should be regulated. I wish it was regulated, because it will knock out some of the nonsense that's going on here with guys charging $50 that are not insured, getting up on your roof. And if you keep accountable the homeowner, and that homeowner says, hey, do you have a license? Do you have insurance? Do you have this? Do you have that? And you're covered, then get up on that roof and go to work. But there are people out here that don't care. All they care about is how low can you go. Doesn't matter what the experience is on a solar panel cleaner. They're just looking at price. But if a homeowner had to be responsible for every single person that got up on the roof, they would think differently. And so, for me, it's sorry guys. In that sense, I kind of wish that this was a regulated industry because it would weed out a lot of the new people coming out here and doing dirty, shady work. And um, I know that they can't come out to a commercial account, a solar farm, and try to go out there and clean something with a water fed pole or equipment that is not made for cleaning solar panels. I know that they can't do that because the first thing that the customer is going to ask them is, I need to see your workman's comp insurance. I need to see your commercial auto insurance. And I need to see your liability insurance along with your business license, your W-9. And I need to see anybody who's working on this farm that has credentials. That's what you get when you work commercial. You don't get that with residential. Residential, you would not get that at all. You'll get guys go, hey, what do you charge to clean solar panels? Oh, I charge. Oh, that's too expensive. Thank you very much. Oh, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk to my wife. I'll get back to you. Let me talk to my husband. I'll get back to you. Click. Pick up the phone. Hey, what do you charge for solar panel cleaning? Oh, I charge $50. Oh, when can you come out? They're not asking for insurance. They're not asking for anything. All they heard was, I charge 3 times, 4 times more than what this guy did. And go, wow. And we were talking earlier about, Googling what you should charge for solar panels, and you're going to find an article out there that people in the industry charge $10 to $15 per panel. Today, we had somebody call us today, charge $27 per panel. 27 today. Now,
Kudos to them.
They were willing to pay it. They booked them at $27 per panel. And let me tell you, there was over 30, 40, 50, over 59 panels on the roof. $27 per panel. You do the math, people. I wish I got those type of accounts because I can do those in 10, 15 minutes all day long.
This is a residential.
And this was residential, 1-story home.
Sadly, that won't happen out here.
$27 a panel. 60 panels. Do the math, people. That was a payday for that particular individual. And I got guys out here charging $50 for 50 panels.
Yeah. And then we do understand there's customers out there that are on a budget. And I get that. It's understandable. We don't know what, their situation is. So, I can understand why they're doing their homework. So, everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. Just the key is just educate your customer when they call you and asking for a quote. Just explain to them. I know it's going to sound like a broken record when you're explaining to the customer, but sometimes that's what it takes to get it through their head, the importance of maintaining their solar panels.
Yeah. And look, I mean, the solar panels, you got to clean those things. If you don't clean them, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Can you turn on that light? Yeah, it's getting a little grainy.
Well, I think we're almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done, but I just had to turn the light on, guys. Sorry. Got to go, guys. Thank you for allowing us to pick your brain. No problem. As a matter of fact, I think we got to go too because it's been over an hour and 14 minutes.
Hungry.
Are we getting hungry?
Yes.
Okay. And we're getting hungry. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video all the way through. For some of you guys, I watched this video all the way through.
So again,
What are the rules?
What are the rules? So again, for those of you that just joined us later, we were talking about we're doing a giveaway for these two tools that we have: the wire mesh dispenser and
The cutter,
the
that Jetco cutter
that cuts the mesh. We're giving away one or the other to
a lucky subscriber.
a lucky subscriber. So in order to be eligible for the prize, you have to go to our YouTube channel, like that video that we posted on those tools. It's a short, right?
It's a short.
Go to that video, the short that we just posted, click the like button, then
comment,
make a comment and say that you are already a subscriber
or
you are a new subscriber, and tell us where you are from. That's the only way to qualify for this drawing. If you miss one of those rules, unfortunately, you don't qualify.
You don't get into the drawing.
So please make sure read the rules thoroughly. If you have any questions, you don't understand them, please feel free to call us at 909-552-1381 or 626-643-6450, and we'll be more than happy to explain it to you.
Just so you guys know, these tools are close to $500 each, and we're giving these things out. I want to give them out. We're not giving you the used ones. We're going to buy brand new ones, and we're going to give those out the day before Christmas. So you have from now till Christmas or the day before Christmas to go out there and say, hey, I subscribed. I clicked the like button just on that one video, because that's what we're going to look at. And if you do that, you automatically qualify for the drawing, because we know exactly who you are if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. We will private message you. We will make the announcement of who actually won, and then we will notify you privately saying that you won and get your address, and we'll send the tool out there to you. I don't care if you're in Australia, Sweden, the US, Puerto Rico. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and do exactly what we told you to do on that one video, and you qualify for the drawing itself.
So thank you very much for joining us on our podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you. We hope that your business continues to grow and you'll
stay busy.
You'll succeed.
Stay busy during the summertime. So thank you guys for coming on. We appreciate each and every one of you. And this is Henry and Susan. We will catch you guys on the next video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on that one video. We appreciate all of you. Thank you guys. Guys, have a good night and a good week. See you. Peace.